So 2026 is here, and guys, the next week will be my first week of trading in 2026. So guys, happy new year. Join my Telegram channel because there I send every single live update about my trading, and follow me on Instagram as well because there I send live updates as well. So actually, let's start with a video because we don't have time to lose, because guys, this year is ours. So actually, let's start with the video. The first pair, guys, for the next week is USD CAD. And for those who don't know me, I trade a set and forget strategy by FXALEXG, which is based on three main pillars: trend, area of interest, and the entry signal. And I will uncover everything here in this video like I do every single Sunday. So if you're new, welcome. So USD CAD on the weekly time frame, we can see that we are bearish. We are bearish with this one being the lower high and this one being the lower low. So we are in this range, so we are bearish on the weekly time frame on USD CAD. The daily time frame, on the other hand, is bearish as well. We can see that the daily is creating lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. So this is the lower high on the daily, and this is the lower low on the daily. So the daily time frame is bearish as well. So we actually write it down here: weekly bearish and daily bearish. Now let's see my third time frame for the trend, which is the 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour time frame is bullish because it's pulling back to our area of interest, which is my second pillar that I will talk about right now. Actually, let me remove these lower high and lower low things here. Okay, so we have two time frames in sync already, which are the weekly and the daily time frame. So it tells me that we should sell. Then guys, on the weekly time frame, I've seen that we have just came to an area of interest. An area of interest is a zone of support and resistance. In this case right here, my area of interest is this box here that was used many times as a resistance. So resistance, 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 support, support, and what I'm gonna wait for the next week is for it to get used as a resistance once again, to then continue going to the downside and take this beautiful trade sell. So guys, you know that I trade with a live account and also with prop firm accounts. But where do I find my prop firms? Where do I see if a prop firm is good to invest your money in? Well, I use this website called Prop Firm Match. On Prop Firm Match, you can check every single prop firm that's out there. You can see every single thing about them, all their rules or their challenges, and even the reviews, which are my favorite part of Prop Firm Match because you can see the reviews from verified people only. On the review page, you have every single prop firm out there, even the 5%ers, which I am in a phase 2 with them, FTMO, which I think is the best prop firm out there, Funded Next, Alpha Capital Group, every single one, and you can see verified reviews. In the reviews, you can see if a person has reached the payout or not, if they reached a certificate or not. In this case here, we can see that the person here left a certificate, so you can tell that those are verified reviews. Trust me, the review page is a very, very good page. And on Prop Firm Match, not only you can save money by buying only the good prop firm challenges, but also you can save real money because they have some nice offers. So you can save money using their codes right here. If you buy all the prop firm challenges, you then earn some points that then you can use to buy other challenges. So guys, I really suggest you to use Prop Firm Match. Now let's get back to the video. So we can see that I found this nice area of interest here. On daily time frame, this area of interest is even cleaner with many touches. You look at how clean those touches are. Look at those rejections here. Look at this big support down here. Look at this support here. Support here again. Resistance here, resistance here. So it's actually a very nice zone. And guys, what else do we have on the daily time frame? The so-called previous structural point. So this point here, the previous structural point is on the bullish markets, is this right here, the previous higher high. When we broke the higher high, this is the previous structural point. So this point here. if we go up there, which one is the previous structure point, guys? Is it this one here or this one here? You have 5 seconds to guess it. Right, if you guess this one here, you're completely wrong, because the previous structure point is that point up there. And this works for bearish markets as well, like we are right here. This is a bearish market. We can see that price is creating lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. We can take this right here. Look, which one is the previous structure point? This thing here. If we treat it like a bullish market, is the same exact thing as before, guys. The same exact thing. So the previous structure point is actually a very nice confluence in my strategy, which is Alex Gonzalez's strategy, because in a trending market, remember, I trade the trend. In a trending market, the most ideal zone where you create the new higher low or the new lower high is the previous structure point. In this case right here, this one here. And this one here is also a nice zone of resistance, so it's another confluence. This pair right here is perfect in my opinion. So what I'm gonna wait for the next week is to wait for the market to completely enter this area of interest here, then wait for my entry signal, which is the third pillar in my strategy. The entry signal on the 1 hour or the 30 minutes time frame, whichever one looks the cleanest. So my entry signal is the shift of structure. So when a market from being bullish like this right here turns bearish, that is the shift of structure. It shows me that price is stopping at the zone there and now it's coming back to the downside. This is the entry signal, and on the 4 hour might look like a rejection candlestick. So this week I'm gonna wait for a pullback to the area of interest and then for the entry signal to take it to the downside. Very high probability trade setup. My second pair is CAD JPY. CAD JPY is a little bit different than the other one because this one here looks very bullish. The weekly time frame is very bullish and we are at a higher high. We are here. This is the higher high on the weekly time frame and this is the higher low on the weekly time frame. So guys, whenever we have a higher high, we need to create the higher low. That's the basics of a trending market. The same goes with bearish markets. So in this case right here, I'm not gonna buy up there because you never buy at a higher high. You need to buy at the higher low. So right here, I'm gonna wait and trade the higher low. I'm gonna trade the creation of the higher low because the daily, which right now it's bullish, I will wait for it to turn bearish. And when will it turn bearish? When it will have a break under this zone here. So if a daily candlestick closes the next week under this one here, I'm then gonna wait for the little pullback, the return retest to then sell. The simple break and retest pattern. This is perfect. This is a very nice trade setup. On the 4 hour time frame, it will look like something like this. A break under this area of interest along with the EMA, then retest of the area of interest and the EMA to then continue going to the downside. This is actually an easy trade. I made a complete video about this type of trades that will come out on Wednesday, so make sure to watch the video on Wednesday. Trust me, it's a very nice video. So yeah guys, this is very easy. So the first thing that I'm gonna wait for this one here to do is a daily candlestick closure under the AOE, which will then mean shift of structure on the daily. Perfect. This is my second pair, which is actually counter trend trade. Those are not the most ideal trades, but if you're gonna watch the video that I made on Wednesday, it's a good type of trade because I won 2 out of 2 in the last weeks. So the third pair is GBP USD and we're back at trades that follow the trend. So the weekly time frame is bullish. We are at the higher high. This is the higher low. Yeah, we never buy the higher high, but maybe it's creating the higher low down here. The daily, it's bullish and we can see that it's a very trending market. Higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows, and right now it looks like it's creating a new higher low. What I'm gonna wait for this one here to do is to have a further pullback inside this area of interest, show me a big rejection along with the shift of structure on the 1 hour and the 30 minutes time frame, to then take this trade to the upside and target a 1 to 2 maybe, or the new higher high. So maybe if I take this trade down here and I target this on here, yeah, a 1 to 2. It's not the best trade ever because it doesn't look as clean. It looks kind of choppy on the 4 hour time frame. So yeah, we will see on this one here what I will do the next week. If you don't want to lose any update of mine, make sure to join my Telegram channel, because there I send every single update, and follow me on IG as well, because there I make stories explaining the trades. Then guys, I have GBP NZD. GBP NZD looks better than GBP USD because last week closed like a bullish engulfing candlestick. The daily time frame, it looks like it's creating a new higher low at this area of interest here with 1, 2, 3 touches, using it as a support and as a resistance again. The 4 hour time frame, it's bullish as well. Previous structure point on the 4 hour, previous structure point on the daily as well. I forgot to tell you guys, is the previous structure point as well. For our previous structure point, for our EMA, this nice area of interest here. So what I'm gonna wait is simply retest to then continue heading to the upside, create higher highs and higher lows. This is the same thing as GBP USD, but this one here looks more like a day trade rather than GBP USD, which looks more of a swingy trade. So that's it on GBP NZD. I hope that you guys understood this one here. Retest to the area of interest, then wait for my shift of structure on the 1 hour or the 30 minutes time frame, whichever one looks the cleanest. So that's it on GBP NZD. Then guys, I have Euro CAD. Euro CAD is very clean of a trade of the daily time frame. The daily time frame looks perfect, but the weekly doesn't. So on the weekly time frame, we can see that we are bearish, with this one being the lower high and this one being the lower low. Right now, we can see that last week closed like a doji at this area of interest here. It might seem that the next week we go to the upside, right? And that's what I think as well. But the daily is the one that makes me doubt it, because the daily time frame looks perfect. It's bearish as well. And we have this nice area of interest here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 very strong touches as a support and resistance, supply and demand, whatever you wanna call them. So what I'm gonna wait for this upcoming week is not to take the trade down here, so the sell, because I have all the time frames bearish down here, so to sell right now, no, because this might be used once again as a support like it did here. Here it was used as a support. After the big push, it was used as a support. No, what I'm gonna wait in this case right here is for a daily candlestick to break under this area of interest right here, then to wait for the little retest of this area of interest, so the break and retest pattern, which is the one that I always use, to then continue going to the downside. As simple as it gets. This is what I'm gonna wait for this one here to do, and it's one of the cleanest pair for the next week, guys. If it does that, it will be perfect, because look how strong this resistance here is. It's perfect. So actually this one here makes a lot of sense to be taken. And the 4 hour time frame, guys, looks even cleaner. Look at this support here. I can take it down here because look at this support. Very good support. So what I'm gonna wait, as I said, it's a break and retest on the daily time frame, which will then mean something like this on the 4 hour. Break under, retest of these structure points, retest, then continue selling to the downside. And look at this strong area of interest on the 4 hour time frame. Look, wow, this is a perfect area of interest. So this is my analysis on Euro CAD as well. Guys, the next week is the first week in the market, so we have to start it off with the right foot. We have to take a good trade the first week. The first trade of the year needs to be a good trade. Hopefully we make some good money the next week. Make sure to join my Telegram channel. Make sure to subscribe here on YouTube, guys. I want to reach the 3,000 followers, so please make sure to subscribe. Leave a like under this video because it helps me so much. Leave a comment as well because I want to hear something from you guys. So yeah, those were the pairs. I hope that next week we will make some money. And guys, thank you so much for watching. See you on Wednesday with a new video. Bye guys.